It's day 20. We have 8 days left. So I thought today I would do a recap of the things that we've talked about over the last 20 days. So day 1, we talked about getting a journal, and in that journal, writing down our goals for this 28-day challenge. And we talked about the goals being SMART, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. SMART goals. Day 2, we talked about making sure that your body stays hydrated, because if you feel dehydrated, oftentimes your body thinks that you're actually hungry. So making sure that you get all of your water in, and suggested to drink a bottle of water or 20 ounces of water first thing in the morning, because your body gets dehydrated over the night. So you want it to be hydrated first thing as you start your day. Day 3, we talked about honoring your hunger and fullness, about not waiting until you're extremely hungry and you're like psycho crazy hungry before you prepare a meal, but instead starting at a level 1 or 2 to prepare your meal. And then not eating until you're at a level 10 of fullness, but instead being at a level 7. Level 10 would be where you're so full, you're uncomfortable, you got to unzip your pants. So we want to eat to a level 7. Day 4, we talked about how if you continue doing the same things that you've always done, you're going to get the results that you've always got. And so if you want different results this time, you need to do different things. You need to start new habits. Day 5, we talked about not having time and about making time in your schedule. If you don't have time for yourself, then you're doing too many other things. And if you're not looking after yourself, how are you going to be able to bring your best self to the people that you love in your life? How are you going to be able to serve them and to love on them if you're not looking after yourself? So making time in your schedule for you. Day 6, we talked about breakfast, and I believe I suggested trying to go 12 to 14 hours between dinner and breakfast, because that time through the night is the time where your body kicks itself into metabolizing, and it just kickstarts it. I can't think of the word right now, but and then trying to go 12 to 14 hours before you have your breakfast. And day 7, we talked about self-sabotage and how sometimes we tell ourselves, well, I deserve this. I deserve a reward for being so good. And other times we sabotage because we want to please other people. And so we find it difficult to say no. And then other times we just self-sabotage because we have a fear of what's going to happen on the other side. How are we going to feel when we get to our goal? And sometimes we get a little bit scared of that. Or we self-sabotage because of the emotions that we're having. And so we try and feed our emotions with food. Day 8, we talked about being bad and allowing yourself to have fun and to giggle and to laugh and just do things that you enjoy doing, instead of always being serious, and instead of having fun by eating, have fun by doing activities. Day 9, we talked about clutter and how I have found that almost all across the board, people who have consistently struggled losing weight have also struggled with clutter. And sometimes that just means not doing the dishes on a regular basis, where your kitchen isn't clean enough to feel like preparing a meal. Day 10, we talked about what's on your counter, and how if you have snack foods on your counter that are low energy snack foods, you're more likely to grab for those first, rather than if you have fruit on your counter that you can grab, or healthy alternatives. Day 11, we talked about our goals and our habits and pleasure, and tricking our brain into thinking that what we're doing is enjoyable. It's I want to eat high energy foods because I want to feel good, because I want to lose weight. I like feeling good. And so then day 12, we talked about foods that take away our energy. Day 13 was the foods that increase our energy. And if we consistently go for the foods that increase our energy, gradually, we're going to be getting better and better and better. Day 14, it's not cheating. If you eat something that's a low energy food, don't say, oh, I cheated, and get that I give up mentality. When you say you cheated, then that means you're on a diet. And we're trying to make this not be a diet, but make it a lifestyle, because a diet represents deprivation. Day 15 was stop being perfect. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay not to do everything 100%. What's not okay is if you can't do it 100%, so you do nothing at all. And that's what we tend to do with our diet, with the way we eat. If we can't do it all the same way, all the proper way, according to the way we think it should be, then we just don't do anything and we give up. So small hinges swing big doors. Take baby steps. It's okay not to be perfect. We're working towards perfection. And the only way you can perfect something is by doing it. And then day 16, we talked about chewing, taking time to chew your food. Take a 20-minute meal. Allow the digestive enzymes in your saliva to digest your food so that your body doesn't have to work so hard to do it. And then that way your body can assimilate the nutrients from the food rather than trying to work at digesting the food. Day 17 was I lost my mojo. Just feeling like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to do this, and this feeling of wanting to give up. And I encourage you not to give up, but to keep pushing through, because this is part of habit change. Sometimes you have to push yourself in order to get to the other side. Day 18 was old actions give us old results. So if you keep doing what you did in the past, you're going to get the same results that you got in the past. If you want new results, you have to do new things. You have to try new things. So I'm not telling you what you have to do, because you know that already. So it's about mindset. It's about you deciding, how badly do I want this? And then day 19, we talked about moving. If it's not enough to change your diet and you feel like you're still not getting the results you want, then there's a possibility that maybe you need to add some extra movement in your life. And we talked about finding things that you enjoy doing, things to do that bring you pleasure, that will incorporate extra movement in your day. So whether that's dancing to some music that you love, or going for a walk, or doing some stretching exercises first thing in the morning. And if you're struggling with doing some extra movement, then let me know and I can coach you on how to get over that. So if there's anything in these last 20 days that you're struggling with, I want you to talk to me and to reach out to me. I'm here for you for the next 8 days. So let me help you with whatever it is you need help with. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.